drinking Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels. Hi guys, Colin here. I'm just back from university not long ago. I was handing in my final year thesis. My name and physics. There we go. This is a copy that I kept for myself. I'd hand in 3 other copies. It cost me £40 to get them all printed and bound. I'll probably burn this one later. So I decided that since that's done, I'm gonna enjoy myself, have a little drink, and play some guitar. Yeah, I'm not promoting alcoholism or binge drinking in any way. I'm a responsible drinker. Completely responsible. I only drink when I'm playing. I was going to talk to you about something that I'm quite interested in doing, and that is modifying guitars. And there's a lot of ideas going about that people want a new guitar when they feel like they've become a better player, or just as a treat, or whatever. They decide that I want a new guitar, and sometimes that's good. Having a new guitar obviously makes you want to play different things. It gives you inspiration. But something else you can do, which is just as good as having a new guitar, is to take your old guitar, the one that you love, and make it better. Now, this is what I did with my. This is what I did. This is what I did. What I did. This is what I did with my very first electric guitar. This is a Fender. Well, it's a Squier Billet made by Fender. So Billet, I think, is possibly the lowest form, cheapest ones they make for the Squier range. It was a Billet Special, which meant that the only pickup I had at the time was a bridge position humbucker, and that was it. It was in orange, all the hardware was black, and it looked pretty cool. I bought it second hand off of a guy at uni, so that means I've been playing guitar for 5 years. This guitar did me well for a long time, sitting as it was with all its stock gear on. And one day, what was happening is the tuners were starting not to hold their tune. They couldn't get the sound I wanted off the guitar without turning all the mids down on the amp, which I didn't like doing. So I decided, right, I'm gonna improve this guitar and make it something that will be playable, something that will be good, and I set to it. First things I did were replace the tuners. As I said, the tuners were black plastic things to start with, and the gearing on, I think it was G position 1 was it just wasn't working, it wasn't holding at all. So what I did was went and got these lovely little chrome 6-in-line mini Grovers. You can probably see Grover on there, and those hold pretty much fantastically for tuning. So if you're looking for replacement tuning machines, Grovers are go-tos. Not tried any other replacement ones. I've got I think it's Sperzo lockings on my new guitar that I'm building, so I'll tell you what they're like when I get a chance to try them out. Other thing I did was replace the pickup with a Seymour Duncan Invader, and that's this one here in the bridge. It's got nice big pole pieces, so it can pick up, I don't know, the idea is I think it's the bigger the pole piece, the more it will pick up the vibrations of the strings, distort it more, make it louder, that sort of thing. The only other things I did at that point in time were put in a tone control, because all the time it only had a volume control. So I wanted the tone control, and put in a little switch, which I use as a kill switch, just switches the guitar on and off. And both of those pots were replaced with high quality CTS pots. American standard, the bigger gold, and they just make the guitar sound better. So I played with that for a while, played a couple of shows, and then I decided that it wasn't quite versatile enough. and I wanted to put in a neck humbucker, and thought I'd just go for the single coil as well in the middle, make it into a super strat. And these are pickups by Bare Knuckle pickups. The green one in the neck here, that is a Painkiller, named after Judas Priest. Judas Priest! And this one is a slow hand, Eric Clapton style single coil. And it's a sonic machine of death now. It's fantastic. I've got it strung up with Rotosound, those ones, the purple ones. I go by Rotosound. I try not to use strings by the, I suppose not name it, the American brand of strings. Keep it British, Rotosounds all the way. I had to use the American brand, but I didn't have any stockist of these heavier strings. But now I've got these ones, using those. So I use this one when I'm playing in a band. It's chunky, it's heavy, it's well constructed, and it will take a beating. I've never had any problems with it. Nothing at all. I've done a fret job on it. I had to re-level, re-crown the frets. It still plays. It's alright. I'll probably give you demonstrations of it. But what I'm first of all just going to say, if you want to get a new guitar, or if you're thinking about, maybe getting a new guitar, think first about taking a guitar that you already have and improving it, because this wasn't a bad guitar to start with. It was solid construction. It was well made. Not the best materials in the world, not the best hardware in the world. Obviously, it was a cheap Squier guitar. But if you can replace some of the hardware with better quality hardware, some of the pickups, the electronics, then you eventually get a guitar that is actually really, really good. As long as you've got a good base to start with. This guitar was a good base to start with, and then putting all the other stuff onto it just made it really good. So I'd advise you, if you're looking for a project, to go and take a guitar that you have and look at new pickups, look at new pots. I'd definitely get new pots on it. Maybe add a kill switch, because they're quite fun. Tuning machines are always a good idea. If you've got I didn't change the bridge in this, it's just a fixed bridge. If you had maybe a vibrato bridge, you might want to upgrade that, change the springs, get new springs on there. It's always a good idea if you've got an old guitar with a tremolo arm on it to replace the springs on the back, because they tend to stretch and go a bit after a while. The reason I decided to go for these HSH setup was so I could get a different range of sounds. That's alright. Stuck it right to the neck. It's a different tone. The single coil in the middle sounds a bit like this. What I really like is the neck and the middle position, it's quite good. Don't use the other one so much, the bridge and the single coil. It's quite interesting, it's quite funky. This is where I like to live with it. in case you guys wondered what I was running through, this is a Marshall Microstack MG Series 15 watt. There you go. It's not the most recent version, I've had it for a few years. But yeah, two 1x10 cabs, and stands about as tall as a guitar, so that's how big it is. It's a great little amp. Fantastic, and it goes quite loud. More loud than you need for a bedroom. Really piss off the neighbours with that. So yeah, that's quite good. My first amp, and I love it to bits. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys, just to see what you can do with the guitar, quite simple things with a guitar. So all I've done is change pickups and put some new tuning machines on, but it makes the guitar a whole new instrument. And instead of buying a new guitar, you could easily go get a new pickup and put it in, and you know, you've got a guitar that sounds different and might just inspire you to keep playing instead of thinking you need a better guitar. That's all from me at the moment. I'll probably put up some more serious videos later when I'm actually trying instead of just, you know, mucking about and jamming and just saying some stuff. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you later.